Welcome to Tool Screen Printing. We're right here at the official Prime Designs studio garage where he screen prints. He's letting us use his Ranar washout booth today with the light in the back. It looks real official. So check him out at official Prime Designs on Instagram. And if you live by San Bernardino or the 909, hit him up and he can help you out with some screen printing. All right. So what we're gonna do today, we're gonna wash out some screens. All right, we got some screens already cleaned out from the previous video. So now we're gonna show you how to wash out the emulsion. So first, what you wanna do is you wanna put on some gloves to protect your hands. All right, so just put on these gloves real quick. All right. And next what we're oh shit, what the fuck was that?
Oh, my bad. The battery's dead in my cable box thing.
All right, so what we're gonna do now is we have this water bottle, or it's a sprayer bottle, whatever you call it, and we have this funnel. We're gonna add this here. This is called reclaiming concentrate. It's basically some powder. It's powder that you mix to make some emulsion remover. It's called reclaiming concentrate. Reclaiming means like you're cleaning out the emulsion from the screen, so you reclaim them to reuse the mesh. So today we're using the Chemical Consultants Incorporated. They're real good with their cleaning of things and all kinds of like inks and everything you could think of screen printing. So check them out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some of this powder here. I don't know if you guys can see a little right here. So I'm gonna just like I don't really measure it because I don't know how to really write the instructions. I just put some in there and just a little bit, not too much, you know, just where like it gets it on there. I put maybe like 2 tablespoons in there, and that should do it. You know, I'm gonna close this up. Just be careful not to add too much because it could clog out your spray. It could clog it because if you add too much, you know, the spray has to go through this little tube, and if it's too much, it won't melt, you know, into the water. So I just close this up and just shake it up. And then we're ready with to reclaim your screens. This actually takes off the emulsion from your screens. So I'm gonna just leave it here for now. And one important thing, you always wanna write like danger or something right here, or emulsion remover. Make sure it's like red and it's like I write danger because it's like dangerous. You don't wanna spray this in your eyes or fucking like, you know, it's like dangerous. It's like you want to wear gloves all the time, and yeah. So write danger on this. You don't want to confuse this with the mineral spirits, because if you use this instead of mineral spirits, your mesh is gonna, your emotions gonna get like messed up, you know. So always write danger. You know, label your bottles. Okay, so what we're doing next is we're gonna wet the screens. These are the screens that we cleaned in the other video. You know, as you can see, they have no ink on them. It's just a screen with the image on it, right? So what we're gonna do first, or how I do it first usually is I wet them first, so I could get the emulsion like soft. So we're gonna go ahead and wet them on both sides. Okay, so I just wet them, right? And what I do, I just wait like maybe like no more than like 5 minutes, just as long as this is wet, and the emulsion it gets softer, so it'll be easier to take off. All right, so after I wait like say like 5 minutes, we start spraying the emulsion remover on each side. Okay, so I'll probably bring down these screens again, and I said this could get like a little wet and messy. So like a lot of times this is not the funnest part about screen printing, but you know, like with the cleaning thing, it's like real important because you can't, you know, reuse your screens if you don't clean them. So definitely you want to get one of these washout booths, you know, because they come real handy just so you won't be making as much of a mess. Okay, so we're gonna spray them on each side, all of them. Okay, so after we do that, the emulsion remover is gonna start. I always put it on the floor for that. All right, so now we do that. We wait, and then the emulsion remover is gonna start working. If you look at it like closely, you'll probably start seeing it. The emulsion will start getting like pinker. So I'm gonna just put these here down for now, and like you always want to like work somewhere where you could like clean the floor. You know, that's why it's good having concrete. Because, you know, some of that emulsion might drip to the floor and it might get a little pink. You know, so you want to do it somewhere where you can get a little messy. Alright, so it starts getting soft. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use this scrubber here. Usually you want to get a scrubber with a handle on there. You know, usually like screen print shops or wherever you buy your screen print supplies, they have these with the handles. You could always use the ones that you get the 99-cent store or whatever, like at your local market, you know, but those don't have a handle. The handle is real important, just so you won't be like scrubbing with your hand or your knuckles. All right, so I'm gonna scrub it on both sides. Yeah, and since I didn't wait too long to start scrubbing it, it's gonna be a little harder, especially because this emulsion has been here for a long time, so it's a little more difficult to clean them. So I'm just gonna leave it so the emulsion could do its job, and I'm gonna start with the next one. Yeah, and sometimes the emulsion remover doesn't work as fast because sometimes it could mean like you didn't put enough of that powder mixture, but like as long as it has some of it, it'll still do its job. As long as it stays wet and you put some emulsion remover, it's gonna come off eventually after you blast it. Yeah, if you look real closely, you can see already the emulsion coming off right here. You see where it like dripped. But yeah, it's like it's taking a little longer than I thought with these. Cause it's like if the emulsion is real old, and especially if you put put up some of that emulsion hardener, it'll be real hard taking off the emulsion, you know. So there's some that actually put hardener. Also, sometimes it matters also on the emulsion that you're using. Sometimes some of them are thicker, or just like they stay on there real good, you know. I should probably put more, but yeah, it'll come off. I'm not really too worried, because even like if the emulsion doesn't come off too well, we could always use this the stuff I use, they call it ghost haze, and that's like it's like basically real strong pasty kind of, I would call it like kind of emulsion remover that takes off everything like ink and emulsion, and it could actually rip your screens if you leave it too long. Okay, so I'm gonna just keep on scrubbing this. All right, we're back to this one where we started. So what we're gonna try now is we're gonna blast out the emulsion. Usually, like, it comes off more than this, but this time around it didn't really like take it all off, you know, or most of it. That shit off or turned off? Huh? All right, that's cool.
Turn it back on?
Nah, it's dead. All right, so now we're gonna blast off the emulsion. Right, you want to do it on both sides. Alright, I think that's as good as it's gonna get for now. I think the water's gonna keep on taking it off. But if it's not really working too well, you wanna try to add more powder on your emulsion. Alright, so we're gonna just do the next one. This Okay. So as you can see, it's not perfectly clean. You don't want to clean it perfectly all the time. Just take off as much as you can from both sides, and whatever doesn't come off, don't waste your time trying to blast it off, because you're gonna be there forever. Alright, so this is as good as it's gonna get clean for now. And just go on to the next one. I'll probably fast forward on the other videos unless I say something. So I'm gonna just clean them off so you guys can see. As you can see, the emulsion came off easier on this one. That's because I used this one in the previous video. I used water-based, and it's important when you use Plastisol on your screens, when you use them and you try to clean out the emulsion, it's gonna be harder for you to clean them because the actual paint, it does something to the emulsion where it's harder to take off. So if there's a screen that's kind of hard for you to clean the emulsion, it's probably because you print a lot of shirts with it and it has a lot of time. And with the inks on there and everything. But this one, I'm still gonna add ghost haze, but the image might not come off. That's one thing with the water base. It stains your screen. There's probably some kind of liquid where it takes it off, but I still have yet to find it. If somebody knows, tell me on the comments. All right. All right. As you can see, these are a little easier for the emulsion to come off. That's because the water and the emulsion remover, they've been on there for a little while. That's why I told you, wait 5 minutes and then put the emulsion remover and then scrub them and then let them chill there for another 3 minutes or something, 5 minutes. The longer you leave it on there, as long as it's wet, the easier it's gonna be to take off the emulsion. Yeah, and like I said, it doesn't have to be squeaky clean, because we're still gonna do another cleaning to it. This is a cool image though, right there. I like it. It's tight with the light in the back. It looks cool. All right. And we're back to the first one. We're gonna try it again and see if it takes off some more. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna take off more, so we're just gonna skip that for now, and we're gonna go to the next process, the ghost haze. This is the ghost haze right here, HC100 they call it, and it's like paste. It's like pasty, but it has the special chemicals, as you can see, kind of fell on the floor right there. It's like dried up paste, but I think that black stuff is that thing that makes it work. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna mix it up. We're gonna mix up this black stuff into the paste, Usually, it's like more clear than this, but I already used it a few times, and I got a little darker. But just like mix it up. Make sure it's a little pasty. You see? You can see it's like kind of like dried a little. It has like little chunks of dried that chemical. It's gonna start working. There's a little insect right there. That one like fucking get in your ear and attack you. Gotta kill it. Alright. Alright, so we're good with this. We're gonna, now we're gonna put the paste on it one by one. Okay, so I'm gonna put the paste up here just to make it easier so I won't be crouching as much. And then we have this spatula. This is a Teco spatula. This like works for a lot of things. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it on each side where the emulsion is, and actually all over it where the design was. Just like lay it all across. You don't want to scrub it with this. Just like put it on there. So you put it all around there, and then which one do you use for this? Like this one up here or this one? This one or that one? Or this one?
You can use that one.
This?
Yeah.
This is what you use right here? Alright.
It don't matter, dude.
Alright, so we're gonna use this one. Well, I usually use the same one, but they're gonna use this one.
You can use that one, dude.
That one? Alright. Alright, just get the scrubber and then just like kinda like scrub it on there. Just so you could like spread it around. I'm using the scrubber just to spread it around. It's not to scrub it off. Cause this itself, just as long as it's touching it, it's gonna take it off. And you wanna be careful not to I guess like put your face all close to this, or just be careful cause this shit could like, it's like since it's a little rocky, like I told you, you just wanna spread it. You don't want to scrub it because those little chunks or whatever, that shit could like jump up and hit your eye. You have to wash out your eye. Like, if you're a beginner at doing this, I suggest you like wear some goggles. You know, put on some goggles. You don't want the shit to get in your eye. Alright. So we just spread it. And then we use this scrub. Spread it. And then you just let it work its magic. The one thing that you don't want to do is leave this thing too long. Cause if you leave it over like, I don't know however long, like 5-10 minutes, it's gonna start drying, and it's gonna rip your mesh because it gets like tight, like this crystals, it gets on there and it could rip your mesh. Especially if your mesh is like 200 and over, it's gonna rip easier. So just be careful with that. Okay, so I'm gonna do the next one. Okay. Or if you want, you could just put it under and not scrub it, and then do scrub it after you're done putting all of them. But I suggest like don't do as many screens if you can't do them fast. If you could do like 6 at a time fairly fast, without letting this dry, you should do it. But if you're like probably a beginner, try 1 or 2, you know, until you get good at it and you could do it faster. And when you put it on, you don't want to cover everything with it. You just want to get it on there because the scrub is that when you scrub it, that's gonna get it everywhere. So just like put it on certain areas. And you could like slide it with this. Like if you put some right here, you could slide it down with this right here. Just as long as it has like nice little clumps. So now we're gonna go back to where we left off on the scrubbing, which was the second one, and we're gonna scrub this just so you can spread it everywhere. And after you do that, you want to wait like not too long. You want to wait maybe like 3 minutes and just start blasting them. Sometimes I don't even wait. It probably start coming off right away. So we're just this one didn't really have no emulsion, so I'm gonna just use this the haze from the other ones that I have this on this scrubber. I'm gonna just put it on there. And then we're good to go. So this one was like the most difficult one to clean. So I'll probably just let it chill a little more. This is probably I'll put it in between these. All right, and then now what we're gonna do is we're going to start blasting them. So it should work. It should come off. So, or you can probably wait a little longer. Just try it out. And if it starts coming off, then all the other ones should follow pretty good. As you can see, you have to have like a little patience sometimes because you know, it doesn't come off easily. Sometimes it does come off real easy, but this one didn't. It also matters too if your mesh is real tight. It's a little easier for it to wash off. And this emulsion right here, this is like old, so I'm not gonna take it off. I'm not gonna try to take it all off because the design. Most of the time I put them is in between here. So you can probably wash off this, but there's like certain ones that were like real thick and old. I've used this mesh for like at least like maybe 8 designs over like probably like good 6 years. So I'm gonna just wash out the front now. And having a washout booth with the light helps out a lot too, because you can see like if there's any like little dots left behind. That's like real important, because if you're washing them somewhere where it's like not really good lit up, especially against this mesh, you can miss a lot of pinholes, and you have to put it up to the light and you have to go wash it off again. But this makes it way faster, because you can see already the light. You don't have to put it up to the light to see it, you know. And then sometimes there's like certain emulsion that is still like on the screen. What you want to do is blast off the screen if you want to keep it clean through time, you know. You like blast it off, or actually shoot it at an angle. If there's like emulsion right here that's like it's already taken off but it's not like coming off, just shoot it at an angle, it'll just wash off. And this mesh right here is ready to be used again. You just let it dry and, you know, put emulsion and it's ready again to use. Like there's like certain parts like right here, like I think this emulsion is like been right here, so I'm not gonna take it off because it's gonna dry. But you want to like blast off what you can, you know. Like I said, I had this screen for like 8 years, and I'm not gonna try to clean it all. So this is what I can. All right, that's good. And another trick, since you have these already with that the ghost haze, and it's real dangerous to leave it on. What you want to do is sometimes like get some water and then just like from far away, like wetting them. Keep them wet. The ghost haze is still doing its thing, but just to be sure, if it took you a long time to clean that first one or whichever one, because sometimes it's gonna take a while, just make sure that they stay wet. As long as they stay wet, it's gonna be difficult for that ghost haze to dry and rip your screen. So we're gonna go ahead and do this one now. Yeah, there's sometimes like tape that doesn't come off when you like try taking it off, but then when you wet it, it gets soft, so it's easy to take off then. That's what happened here. Alright, let me just put this here for now, right there. Yeah, so this still has a lot of little dots, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just let it get a little wet before it dries. I'm gonna hit it again so it gets softer. It's still getting soft. Alright, this was the one that was difficult to clean. You can see how it goes. Okay, since this one still has a lot of little specks, instead of wasting time and try to blast every one of them off, which you can, put let it chill there some more and put a little bit of some more ghost haze on it. It should like come off fast. So this one we're gonna leave it there for now. We're gonna go to the next one. Yes, so right here, this screen right here is like kind of loose. Right here, the stretch mesh is like it ripped a little. So I probably won't. You probably restretch this one But this one, I probably will still use it just because it's tight right here. I could probably use like this side of the screen. So I still just keep it around, but I just make sure I could probably leave it dirty a little here, just so I can remember like not to put a design on there, because if you put a design on there, it's not gonna print right. So I just leave it a little dirty. I don't really mind. So yeah, this screen is like perfect for like where like somebody wants like a little tiny like design, like that's like maybe like you add like a color. So instead of you like using a real good screen that you can use the whole design, like you could probably put like a little color here, a little color here, you know, like it's real good for this. Like that's why I don't really stretch it, because I could still use it. And this one is ready to go. Just leave it like that. And then we're gonna try to clean off this design that was water based. Let's see if it comes off. And yes, you can see the ghost haze did its thing. It came right off. And that's pretty cool. Cause I had done one before that didn't come off, and I actually left a stain on there, but this one came off. As you can see, the emulsion remover itself didn't clean off the ghost that was on there. When you put the ghost haze, it came right off. All right. So what you want to do is you want to blast off like all the sides on the screen, because sometimes like the ghost haze gets hidden in there, and you could tell because it gets like soapy. So when it stops being soapy, that's when you know it's done. So this one's ready to go too. And then here's the next one. This one, since it's been chilling for a while, it should come off fairly easy or quick. And what I do is, I don't know if like some of you have like arm power or hand power, but I lift the screen. I got used to doing this because a lot of times there's like water right here, and if I have it low and I spray it down, it's gonna splash, and it'll splash the emulsion right back on it. So that's why I have it like at an angle, so I could blast off all the ghost haze, and it'll get away from the splashing of the water, so it'll come back. With the angle, it washes it right off. And then since it got wet, like it could take off this tape right here. This says Mutiny CrossFit. The homie right here does a lot of CrossFit shirts and shit too. This is an old tape. All right, it's good to go. All right, cool. So yeah, so now that once you got that, you come back to the ones that you couldn't take off, and these things should come off pretty easy now. All right, so like I said, it's real important to have a backlight because it helps you see where the little dots that you want to get rid of are at. So this brand right here is Ranar, and you know they sell these at a reasonable price. Yeah, so that was the cleaning of the screen meshes, and another important tip. Always have the right adjustment on this nozzle because you don't want to have it blasting right at it. You want to like kind of spread out, and then if it's kind of difficult for you to take it off, like the little dots or whatever, get a little closer. The closer you get, the more precise and the more easier it's gonna be for you to take out the little dots or the emulsion. Like this one, I've been keeping it like maybe like the closest I got to it was like an inch. Like you get real close, just depends on the pressure you have on here. You could probably rip your mesh if it's like shooting right into it. You know, you want to use a sprayer that like sprays like away, not like into. You know, even though we are going into it. You know, just like practice with the stuff that you know what you have, and just find out the right way to do it for you that works for you. You know, everybody does it in different ways. You know. So yeah, shout out to the homie Anthony at Prime Designs. Follow him at official Prime Designs, and you know if you need some screen printing, hit him up. If you have a CrossFit or anything, he does real good work with that. If you need like real soft material printing, he does that also. And you know, thanks for letting me use his Ranar washout booth. Thank you for tuning in to the tool screen printing. You know, the cleaning of the screen mesh process with emulsion remover and ghost haze. I don't know what else. You know, just stay out to the next one. And if you guys want to see anything in particular, just leave a comment below and don't forget to subscribe. All right, keep it 2ill. Peace.